Hi, in this video, you will learn the fundamentals of private money lending, which is perfect for beginners. My name is Amir Khan, and I'm a real estate investor, coach, and mentor based here in Dallas, Texas. And I'm going to be teaching you today about the fundamentals of private money lending. And this is especially valuable for someone who's never raised private money before and you are a complete beginner. So let's dig right in. So what is private money lending? Let's define private money in everyday language. So private money is money that can be borrowed from private individuals who are non-professional lenders. This means that traditional banks and lending institutions are not considered private money lenders. Now let's also further distinguish between private money and traditional loans and hard money lenders. So while we all know about traditional banks and lending institutions, and while we know some of them can be affordable options, but due to their very rigid requirements, it's often very hard to qualify for best possible loans for real estate deals. Similarly, there's another category of people who sometimes brand themselves as private money lenders, but in fact what they do is they borrow money from other private individuals and then put on additional fees and relend the money. So in other words, they are brokers and they are called hard money lenders, and we consider them professional lenders, and therefore in my books they are not private money lenders. Now let me explain why private money is flexible and fast for investors. Now private money is generally going to be very flexible and fastest way to fund your real estate deal. The reason for this is that private individuals who agree to be your private money lender are going to be investing with you. They will be mostly flexible in terms as long as it's reasonable, and most of the times private money lenders have either cash sitting in their checking savings account or they have retirement funds, and they would be willing to invest with you rather quickly. Now let's talk about when and why to use private money, and let's talk about some ideal situations. So here are some ideal situations when you'll benefit from working with private money lenders. Number one, a non-traditional type of a real estate deal. Let's say you have something very specific going on, or you have a time-sensitive deal, it has to be closed quickly, or you personally have issues with credit and that is limiting your borrowing options. Now let's highlight some borrower benefits. So number one, you can get very flexible terms, which is the best of borrowing from any place. Number two, documentation is generally minimal, so the requirements are a lot less. Okay, now let's talk about the reason why lenders would be interested in working with you. So often private money lenders do not have access to sophisticated investment options, therefore their returns on their money is very limited. They're often earning a lot less than what they can potentially earn, and you can actually become a guide to them and help them grow their money. So it's beneficial for you, obviously, and it's beneficial for them to work with you. Now let's go to the next section and talk about who are private money lenders. So we mentioned this: friends, family members, work colleagues, your social network could be people in your church group, etc., and then investment network. Before I go on to the next section, I have a little gift for you. It is my top 5 places to raise private money guide. It's a free PDF that you can download, and I had success in accessing private money lenders from these sources, and these are step-by-step instructions and platform-specific strategies. So the details about how to get your copy are in the description. Okay, now let's bust some myths about private money lending. People say, well, but I don't know any wealthy people, right? Assuming that the only people who can be private money lenders are wealthy people. Well, believe it or not, most private money lenders are average people with relatively modest savings and or retirement account. Another myth is, if you're a beginner, you would say, well, why would anybody lend money to me? Well, here's the truth. As long as you know what you're doing and you're able to explain the real estate deal investment opportunity clearly and briefly, you can attract private money lenders. Just remember, you're offering an opportunity to them to invest with you. Another myth, investors say if they're beginners, but I don't know what to say to them. So here's a really good tip for you. So if you don't usually need to elaborate, all you need is if you can concisely write down your entire business model, start to finish on one page. That's all you need. We call it an investment summary. And this page should list following items. Number one, it should have a brief summary of your real estate investment experience. Number two, it should obviously have a property address and specs. Number three, it should give a brief project outline. What is your deal about? Number four, expected timeline. When do you plan to start? When do you plan to finish? Number six, project financials. And finally, exit strategy. Okay, so let's say that you had this discussion and you have somebody interested and your PML says, I'm in. What's next? All right, so you should be ready to guide your private money lender when you have somebody ready to go. And usually it starts with making sure that you have legal documents prepared and signed. In most cases, you will need, number one, a promissory note which lays down the terms of the loan. Number two, a mortgage or deed of trust. That is the instrument that places the property as collateral for the lender. Number three is an insurance policy that protects the lender in case of a loss to the property. Now, in most cases, you're going to use an attorney or a title company, and they can draw up the legal documents for you. Then you need to keep your private money lender informed about the expected date of closing and provide them with wiring instructions. For everyone's protection, the funds should always go from the lender directly to the closing attorney or the title company. Once the property is closed, now you can move on to the next stage. Before I discuss the next part, I wanted to tell you about how I help real estate investors raise private capital. Through my capital raising mastery system, I help real estate investors learn advanced private capital raising strategies, systems, and tools. Even though we only launched a few more months ago, my students are already signing up their own private money lenders using my system. If you're interested in learning more, please find the information in the description below. All right, let's move on to the next section, project management. So let's assume you're doing a small fix and flip project, which simply means you're buying a home that needs a little bit work and you're going to do that work, and then that will improve the property and you're going to sell that property. So now that property has the first closing, that's when you purchase the property, and the ball is in your court to manage and finish the project as expected. So it is your job to keep your private money lender updated on your progress. It is especially important if your private money lender is also funding the repairs. Depending on the scale of the project, additional funds may be set to be released by the title company based on the milestones you reach. In many projects, there are delays and unexpected expenses and situations. Keep your private money lender advised and be honest. Your private money lender is expecting his initial investment back with interest and or equity split. Therefore, you have to share with your private money lender if the exit strategy and or expected exit date, which is the sale of the property, is going to be delayed. Now, finally, let's talk about the exit. When the time arrives, when you're finally finishing the project and are nearing the end, ensure to keep your private money lender posted. Now, if this was a fix and flip project and you have repaired, upgraded the house and are now listing it on the MLS for sale, during this stage, everybody is stressed because a lot is relying on your expected sale price of the house. Now, be aware that many projects go over budget and take longer than expected, and worst, sell for a lot less than expected. If you do finish the project within your budget, did not go beyond the expected timeline, and are able to sell the house at expected price, you have completed a successful project. If the project is a success, everyone wins. Your new homeowner has a nice home with a higher value. Your private money lender has earned handsome income passively, and you have successfully completed another fix and flip project and made a nice spread. Hopefully this video was informative. Don't forget to grab your free PDF I have for you, top 5 places to raise private money. And I would love for you to subscribe to this channel so you'll know as soon as a new video is posted, and I'll see you then.